going to be sharing with you all my secrets today on how to preserve muscle mass while on a fat loss phase. I'm going to be taking you through step by step and sharing with you my top 4 tips to help you keep that lean muscle mass, boost your metabolism, and get you sustainable results when it comes to fat loss. I lost over 50 pounds in just 9 months, maintaining my lean muscle mass and getting sustainable results when it comes to my fat loss. I hear it all the time. So many clients, they want to lose fat. They want to build muscle. We want to do it all at once. Our whole goal when we go on a fat loss phase is we want to lose weight, we want to build muscle, and we want to get sustainable results when it comes to fat loss. But we can't do it all at once. And there's 3 key things that I see most people do that actually can cause us, while we're thinking it's going to get us better results, it can go in the opposite direction and lead to muscle loss. Let's just dive right into it. These are my top tips to preserve lean muscle mass while dieting, keeping those gains, keeping the metabolism up, and giving you that long-term sustainability when it comes to losing fat and transforming your body. The first tip is going to come down to pre and post-workout nutrition. A lot of us, when we go on a caloric deficit, we start training fasted. We may realize we feel like a few weeks into our cut, we're not as strong, we're not able to lift the same amount of weight, maybe we feel run down, fatigued, it's harder to get through those workouts. And that's why it's very important to prioritize our pre and our post-workout nutrition. This first step is critical because when we are aiming to lose fat, it might seem tempting to cut calories drastically and even before your workouts, but here is the science behind it. Training while fasted can potentially lead to muscle loss. That's because when we're in a fasted state, your body might turn to these amino acids. If we're on a caloric deficit and we're in a short supply, plus we're sleeping all night and we're already just waking up, already burned through that food, we're gonna be dipping into our own muscle stores. But don't worry, I have the magic fix for you. So there's a smarter way to go about this. What I like to do is I focus on a balanced intake of nutrients pre and post-workout to safeguard my muscles so that, number 1, I feel strong in the gym, so I'm able to lift the same weight, maintain that muscle, and not bonk. But number 2 is I'm providing my body with everything it needs to rebuild and recover from that hard training session, allowing me to preserve my lean muscle mass and to still feel strong and fuel my workouts. I also like adding creatine as a bonus on a caloric deficit, not only to aid in muscle mass increase, but also enhance my strength and provide energy that my muscles need during these intense workouts that I am putting in. To say, I have witnessed firsthand the remarkable changes that this strategy can bring us. So what does that pre and post-workout meal look like? I like to aim for around 30% of my carbohydrates pre-workout, 30% post-workout, and then I keep my fats on the lower end since they slow down digestion a little bit, and I go for those higher glycemic carbohydrates. I don't like to train with a lot of food in my stomach, so I actually have a post-workout shake that I throw my creatine to. It's fast digesting carbohydrate, you got easy protein, it's super light on your gut, and it allows me to feel strong during my workout, optimize my recovery, and maintain my gains. And I did this on my whole entire fat loss journey. So my first tip is to really prioritize our pre and post-workout nutrition so we're able to keep the heavy weights in the gym, maintain the lean muscle, recover better, and preserve our lean muscle mass that we worked so hard to build the last few months, last few years, however long your fitness journey has been. My second tip is going to be carb cycling, and this technique is one of my favorites in muscle preservation while promoting fat loss. It's been a structured approach where I alternate between high carb and low carb days. I also throw into fat loss phases refeeds and diet breaks to help my clients from hitting fat loss plateaus, having cravings, low energy, and feeling their best self throughout their cut. It's not about how low we can take our calories fast and how fast we can lose the weight. It's about doing fat loss in a way that, yeah, throwing some higher carb days in there. That may take us longer to reach our goal, but we're not gonna have crazy cravings. We're gonna restore our leptin, our ghrelin, our hormones, and we're gonna feel strong and have a better diet adherence for sustainable results when it comes to fat loss. And I did so many videos on my YouTube channel about this. So if you head over there, I have a playlist all on fat loss. Binge watch it. There's so much there, and you could even listen to it podcast level as well. The science behind high carb days is very, I would say, fascinating and even effective. And here's how it goes. So on high carb days, which are best paired with high intensity workouts, I work on nurturing our muscles and refilling those glycogen stores to avoid muscle breakdown. In simple words, I'm providing my body on those high carb days with more fuel in the tank for recovery. And then in contrast, I have low carb days to encourage the body to utilize stored fat for energy so that we're able to go for fat loss without compromising muscle mass. And this approach is really great for our hormone regulation, maintaining a balance, and promoting our overall well-being. A lot of dieters, they go to 1,200 calories and they think, okay, if I'm having 1,200 calories, I'm gonna be able to hold 1,200 calories and lose the weight until I reach my goal. But that's not really how it goes. If it went there, we would all be strong and shredded and feel our best self. But fat loss is not linear. And what happens is everybody's body is different and everybody's body adapts at different rates. But for some people, they may hit 1,200, lose weight for 6 weeks, and then they need a change and their body adapts to that 1,200 calories, and then where do we go from there? So that's why I like implementing carb cycling, refeeds, and diet breaks throughout a caloric deficit so we're able to get better diet adherence. You're able to go out, socialize, be more interactive and not feel so strict, overcome those cravings, feel strong, and make it more sustainable when it comes to your approach. It's not about the yo-yo, not about the up and down. That changes your body's set point. Every time we go up and down with these diets, it gets harder and harder and harder to lose weight. So protein, it's essentially the cornerstone for muscle repair and growth. And having a daily intake that matches your body weight ensures that your muscles have all of the resources for optimal growth and preservation. Basically, getting enough protein helps you preserve your lean muscle mass, and that's what we're going for right now. So how much protein do we need? So I like to aim for at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Of course, the leaner we get, sometimes I take that up to 1.25, and depending if we are in a chronic state of stress or if someone's undergoing injuries, all of those our body's need and demand for protein becomes higher. When it comes to building muscle and losing fat, protein is gonna be your best friend. And numerous studies have actually highlighted its critical role in maintaining and enhancing your lean muscle mass. Simply put, people who consume more protein tend to hold on to their muscle and burn more fat. It's also worth noting that eating protein can help you burn more calories even at rest because it has a higher thermic effect of food compared to fats and carbs. So basically, when you eat protein, there's a 20% thermogenic effect on food, meaning you are burning 20% of those calories to digest, to break it down into the amino acids to absorb for your body to use. So protein can be a powerful tool in your journey towards a stronger, leaner body and sustainability when it comes to fat loss. Everyone's protein needs is different, especially if we're going through stress, the longer we've been on a caloric deficit, if we have a compromised gut microbiome, not enough stomach acid to denature it. And if you want more of an in-depth breakdown on how to calculate your protein based off of your body and its needs, I have a whole YouTube video for you. And you can just go to Elizabeth Ayler Fitness on YouTube and it will be, just type in protein and it'll pop right up. My next tip for preserving your lean muscle mass during a fat loss phase is going to be avoid training too close to bedtime. So during sleep, our body undergoes this natural cycle and it releases our HGH, which is our human growth hormone during sleep. And this is a vital hormone for muscle building and recovery. And training late at night can disrupt this cycle and hinder both muscle growth and the body's natural fat burning process. I like to train first thing in the morning, start my day with a bang, with all my endorphins, feeling my best self. And if I ever do need to do an afternoon workout because of my schedule, I like to make sure it's at least like 4 hours away from my bedtime so that it doesn't affect my body's circadian rhythm, so that I'm able to preserve that lean muscle mass and still make those gains in the gym. And while we are on the topic of sleep, I want to go into my next one, which is we need to prioritize our sleep, guys. If you have a hard time sleeping, try these few tips out. So first off, 1 hour before bed, turn off all of your electronics. So our cell phones, our TV, even lights in the house, they shut off our melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. And if you wake up throughout the night to go pee, don't turn on all the bright lights in your house. Do your best to just do like little candles or something so it doesn't shut off that melatonin production to where you can't fall asleep. My second tip to help with sleep, get an eye mask. It sounds so simple, but it is so effective. My clients love me for this, and you can get it off of Amazon for super cheap, like 10 bucks. My next tip to get the best sleep would be magnesium. So I'm not talking about going to the store and buying Calm or buying a random magnesium. A lot of them are citrate, magnesium citrate, or oxide. And these are more laxative for me. They make you poop, okay? Glycinate is the most bioavailable form in the body. I like to use a blend of magnesium. I will put my support link and free shipping below for you on the specific magnesium that I do. I do it 30 minutes before bed. It helps calm my mind, relax my muscles. I have the best bowel movement in the morning, best sleep ever. And it's been a game changer. The magnesium with the eye mask and shutting off my electronics, those three have really helped me improve my sleep. And that has helped me with my performance in the gym. It's helped me with my mental state and staying lean year round. I was reading a study the other day on the critical role of sleep. And according to numerous studies, insufficient sleep can be a major obstacle in achieving our body composition goals. In fact, a study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine found that individuals on a weight loss program who slept 5.5 hours per night lost 55% less body fat and 60% more lean muscle mass compared to those who slept 8.5 hours. Additionally, lack of sleep can disrupt the balance of hormones that regulate our hunger, our appetite, and can lead to increased caloric intake. Sleep, as you can see, it is a big role with preserving muscle, our hunger satiety cues, and maintaining that lean muscle mass. So it's not just for a healthy body, but it's for a healthy lifestyle. I saved the best tip for last, but I want to take a second to share something with you. If you've tried every diet out there, you've been yo-yoing, you don't know what diet is best for you or what to do to reach your goals, come join my 90-day transformation challenge. I help my clients build muscle, lose fat, and transform their bodies. We don't just focus on calories in versus calories out. We look at everything that creates that sustainability approach. The gut, the hormones, macros, sleep, stress. I have a whole community of women over 40 building muscle and transforming their body. I always say stronger and sexier with age. So if you have been struggling for a long time, I've helped over 800 individuals transform their body, and I would love to help you. If you're looking to transform your body in the next 90 days, send me over the DM ready on Instagram, or you can fill out the questionnaire in the show notes, and I will reach out to you in the next 24 hours to set up a call to see if we are that perfect fit. I am so excited and I can't wait. I want to wrap it up with my top tip when it comes to preserving lean muscle mass on a fat loss. Now, when we go into fat loss, a lot of us change our way that we're training. When I was 180 pounds at the highest of my bulk, I was squatting 285, pulling the 100-pound dumbbell. I was training with that intensity. For those 6 years of my bulk, I was pushing it, okay? So when I went into my fat loss, I didn't just go down to rowing the 20-pound dumbbell and doing these endurance reps and with 30-second rest periods and changing everything up. I kept that demand on my body. And that's a big thing where I see people go wrong, is they go into a cut and they completely change their training and they go all in on the cardio and trying to burn all the calories versus trying to do things to preserve the muscle. They forget about that aspect. So if we think about it this way, we want to preserve our muscle on a fat loss. So for prioritizing pre and post-workout nutrition, we're going to have the strength to lift the heavy weight and we're going to recover better to keep the lean muscle. Then if we implement the diet breaks, the refeeds, the carb cycling, that's again going to give us the strength, the energy to maintain the lean muscle. And if we're working on the sleep as well, that's going to get us in the right place for recovery, muscle repair, muscle preservation. So as you can see, these tips really set the structure for sustainable results when it comes to fat loss and muscle preservation. And that's how I was able to go from this to this and maintain it year round, because I didn't go for fast fat loss. I went for sustainable fat loss. And there you have it, my friends. Remember, this journey is truly about embracing a healthier, happier you. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter for your body. And I am here every step of the way. If you need help, send me over the DM ready on Instagram and we will set up a call for my 90-day transformation challenge to see if we're that perfect fit to transform together. And make sure to subscribe. And until next time, I will see you. Love you, fam. Today, we're diving into a topic really personal to me, and it's how to lose fat while preserving lean muscle mass. And we're gonna be going into the science-backed strategies that transformed my body, my life, and also hundreds of incredible women. I lost over 50 pounds in just 9 months, kept the weight off, kept my strength in the gym, and still was hitting PRs in the gym with no cravings whatsoever. Here are my top tips on how to preserve lean muscle mass, keep that metabolism high, and get sustainable results when it comes into fat loss.